So if that were me, how could I hate me and what I was doing? Because I knew the place that it was coming from. I want to talk about a phrase that has meant the world to me and gotten me through some very challenging times. And that phrase is, I am her, she is me. I shared on one of my recent podcasts the entire story behind how that came to be and how I found it and what I was going through. But the cliff notes of that version is that I had left a toxic relationship. I was doing my own grieving. When you leave relationships like that, it's one of the things that nobody talks about is how hard it is to not go back. And immediately I wanted to go back. And so I felt this lack of self-worth. I felt this guilt. I felt shame for leaving. And during that time frame, my ex had also gotten back with his ex. And so there was this sense of replacement there as well. And in the moments where there was feelings of competition, where there was feelings of I'm not good enough, where there was feelings of I'm not anything enough, I realized that not only was I pitting myself, but I was also harboring so much negativity towards this person that hadn't done anything. Because when I put myself in her shoes, she and I had gone through a similar experience. And I knew that if I were in her shoes and I had the opportunity to go back, that I would. And so how could I resent or hate or hold any ill will towards somebody who I would do the exact same thing as? So if that were me, how could I hate me and what I was doing? Because I knew it was coming. I knew the place that it was coming from. I knew that it was coming from a lack of a closed loop. I knew that it was coming from lack of self-worth, lack of self-love. I knew that it was coming from hope and optimism and wanting things to be better and repair and love. And so I told myself over and over again, anytime I saw her as competition, anytime that I had ill will, anytime that I wanted to say, you're the bad guy, you did this, you're the reason I can't go back, I would say, I am her, she is me. And that mantra has evolved over time. It still means that I see you, I was you, I am you, that I see your experience, that we are one. And there is this oneness in the universe. We are all connected. But especially for women, I see you, and I was you, and I am you. And we are all in it together. And that is where I believe in sisterhood so powerfully. Not to sit there and throw stones at somebody, but to look inward and to heal ourselves as a community, as a group of people who embody love, who embody gratitude for what they've learned, who are healing, and who will also hold themselves with reverence, with self-respect. And so I went to a meditation retreat in Mexico, and I got really good at meditating. One of the days, as an aside, I left the retreat and I went over to my partner and I was like, watch this, like put myself in a trance. And I was like, and it was so exciting. And there was one meditation in particular where I closed my eyes and I went inward and I went into this world and I saw my future so clearly. And in this vision, I was talking on stage. I had just finished speaking and I looked to my left, and it's this wooden stage. There were wooden bleachers inside an auditorium in front of me, maybe a couple of hundred people there. And I looked to my left, and on the left of the stage, there's this young strawberry blonde hair girl with around her face, and she's crying and she has tears streaming down her face. And I look at her and I walk over to her and I give her a big hug. Because I saw her, and I was her, and I am her. I am her, and she is me. Because I knew everything that she had gone through, every woman in that room had gone through. And they were all there for the same reason, with the same purpose of healing, of growth, of love, of gratitude, and sisterhood. And so when I came out of that meditation, I knew that was my vision. And that was what I wanted to do. And that is how the I am her, she is me sisterhood has enveloped. That's how I've cultivated this vision, because it started off with identifying that I am her and she is me in one instance, and then in realizing that I am her and she is me with the collective. And if you are in a situation and if you feel alone, or if you feel like there's comparison or competition, just remember that you have a whole sisterhood of women who understand you and who see you. I am her and she is me. I am you and you are me. So go inward, move forward, and take the winding, wild way home.